For General Electric, here is Ronald Reagan.
Good evening. Tonight, Greer Garson stars on the General Electric Theater.
In research, in engineering, in manufacturing skill, in the values that bring a better, more satisfying life at General Electric. Progress is our most important product.
Our story tonight is an exciting drama of a woman's fight to protect her marriage. Now, every marriage must, at some time or other, face a test of strength. But Lydia Shaw tries to avoid the test, and in so doing risks not only her marriage, but risks her life. Greer Garson stars as Lydia in Cornell Woolrich's story, The Earring.
Lydia! Taxi's here.
Coming. Well?
I'm speechless.
Like the dress?
It's beautiful. So are you. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure I should let you go without me. Looking like this.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I have to go without you.
Now, that's pretty silly. There's no point in your missing a fun party just because I have to work.
David, is there any chance that you might come over later?
No, not a chance. I'll be working most of the night as it is. Well, you better get going. He sounds impatient.
All right. Call you later from the party,
Have a nice time.
Oh, I'll try. Don't work too hard, will you? Bye.
Bye. Lydia. Hello, good to see you. Come in. You've changed your perfume. You're even more beautiful than I remembered.
I have the money. Where are the letters?
Well, aren't you going to sit down for a minute?
I'm quite capable of standing for the few seconds that I'll be here.
Oh, you're angry. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You know, you're really incredible. You're blackmailing me, and yet you're behaving as if I just dropped by for cocktails.
Well, it's a little late for cocktails, but drink's not a bad idea.
I won't drink with you, Philip.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lydia. You know, you've changed. Money never used to be that important to you.
It still isn't. That's why I'm willing to pay you rather than hurt David.
Hurt David? Oh, yes. You mean because you love him so much?
Yes. Because I love him so much. You wouldn't understand about that.
So I wouldn't understand about that, huh? You know, you never loved me like that. In spite of what you wrote in those letters. Or do you even remember what you wrote?
That was almost 3 years ago, Phil. Whether I remember or not is hardly important at the moment.
It is to me in a funny way. Vanity, I suppose. Oh, I'd like to think you do remember. And of course you do, whether you admit it or not. Otherwise you wouldn't mind David seeing them.
I hadn't even met David when I wrote those letters.
Yes, those letters. They almost always began with, Sunday, all alone. Or sometimes, 3 a.m. Can't sleep for thinking of you. And always delivered by messenger. Oh, so romantic. And so careless. Never a date on one of them. That's why it was so easy for me to bring them up to date. Simply by mailing them to myself.
That was really very clever of you.
They wouldn't have been worth $10,000 to you if I hadn't done that. After all, baby, what else could I do? I'm completely broke.
It wouldn't even occur to you to go to work to earn the money, would it?
What did occur to me was to try to borrow it from you. But I didn't think you'd have lent it to me. Would you?
No.
Well, there you are. I had to do it this way.
All right, Philip, so you had to do it this way. Please, may I have the letters now?
Sure. Sure. Here they are.
Oh. Good night.
Lydia, wait a minute.
What for?
For old time's sake.
I hate you for doing that. Driver, will you wait for me, please?
Well, lady, if you're not too long, you're my last fare before I turn in for the night.
Well, I won't be long. If I'm more than a few minutes, will you come and ring apartment 1C?
Okay, lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Phil. Phil. Phil?
Give me the money.
Give me what?
The money. The money I just took from him. And don't tell me he didn't have it on him. I know he got a payoff tonight.
I didn't take it.
Come on now. You didn't go through his pockets and leave 10 grand.
But I was looking for something else.
Don't play games with me. You saw what I did to him for the money.
I haven't got it. Look, you can see I haven't got it.
Get over there. So you did leave it. That's very interesting. You must have plenty to be able to leave so much behind.
Please, Can I go now?
So you can run to the police? Now that you've seen me, I'm not letting you go.
But I won't tell. I promise I won't.
I know you won't. You sure...
Look, ma'am, I couldn't wait any longer.
That's all right, thank you.
Lydia? Is that you?
Yes, David, it's me.
I was beginning to be afraid something had happened.
Oh, it's just a late party, that's all.
You don't look as though you enjoyed it very much.
No, not too much. Oh, David, put your arms on me. Hold me.
What is it,
Oh,
darling? What's the matter?
I don't know. Just being silly, I think. I'm all right now. I'm all right now. David. Oh, David. I'm so frightened. I'm so frightened and I can't tell you about it. I didn't want to lie to you. Something so degrading about lying to someone who loves you. All I wanted to do was protect you. I couldn't bear for you to be hurt. All I've succeeded in doing is involving us more deeply. Until now, I've always felt so safe in your arms. But now, how can I be safe anywhere anymore? You find out who I am, somehow. And you come after me. Sooner or later, you come after me.
That was Act One of The Earring, starring Greer Garson. A little while ago, I received this letter. I think you might be interested in what it says. Dear Mr. Reagan, I am 12 years old and watch the General Electric Theater every Sunday night. You always say that progress is our most important product. If this is so, please let me know if I can buy some of this progress. Well, I think this is in the department of our progress reporter, Don Herbert.
Oh, thanks, Ronnie. We don't sell progress by the pound, but this young fellow does raise a rather interesting question.
Yes, he does. What do you mean by progress, Don?
Well, perhaps I can show him. Progress means different things to different people. For example, you saw one thing we meant by progress for General Electric customers when we talked about increasing your buying power. Remember? Back in 1931, the average American worker had to put in 580 hours to buy this refrigerator. These days, he has to work only about 168 hours to buy this model, vastly improved through General Electric research and development. This is progress for customers. Our report on the safety program showed how General Electric employees measure their progress, not only in terms of good pay and steady jobs, but also in all the extra considerations that make their work more pleasant and productive. When we visited the 1956 annual meeting, progress to General Electric's 361,000 share owners was apparent. These are the people who risk their savings, and this is the 58th consecutive year that General Electric has paid dividends. Then we met Hank Viscardi of Abilities Incorporated, one of General Electric's 42,000 suppliers, mostly independent small businessmen. And the way General Electric breaks big jobs down into small ones, well, that means progress for them. When we demonstrated how you can live better electrically, we saw how the entire electrical industry is making progress, including 400,000 dealers who sell General Electric products. As we reported the outstanding performance of the General Electric J-79 jet engine for the Air Force, the meaning of GE progress in the defense of our nation was plain to every citizen. All these are examples of progress. They help assure a rising standard of living and our national security. But at General Electric, progress means even more. This further dimension of progress is General Electric's earnest effort to help all Americans achieve the extra human satisfactions that mean more than material progress. Such things as personal achievement with freedom and dignity, values which are so uniquely possible in America. Ronnie, your young letter writer needn't be disappointed. He can get some progress.
I see what you mean, Don. The progress that is a part of every product, every service, every activity General Electric undertakes.
Right. That's exactly what we mean when we say, at General Electric, progress is our most important product.
Now, Act Two of The Earring, starring Greer Garson.
Lydia, your coffee's getting cold.
I just glanced at the headlines.
I'll have to spare myself that dubious pleasure this morning. I have an early appointment. Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Get some rest.
David,
What is it?
nothing. Just that I love you very much.
Well, it's a little unexpected so early in the morning. You're very welcome. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye. Hello? Yes, it is. 509 East 66. Who is this? Hello? Hello? Lieutenant, I think... No, this is the man. I'd know him anywhere.
Our old friend Johnny Nelson. He's no stranger to us.
Will it be very hard to find him?
You mean, how long will it take us to pick him up, don't you?
Well, yes, I suppose that's what I mean. You see, as long as he's free, I really...
You don't have to worry about that. We'll see that you're protected until we get him.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want protection?
Oh, Lieutenant, I'm sure this is an old story to you, this whole miserable business. And I suppose you think I've acted very foolishly, but...
Squad room. Jenna, we've got an identification. It's Johnny Nelson. Put out an APB on him. You know, it's always foolish to pay blackmail. There's never any end to it.
Well, foolish or not, I did it. But since you think there's still a chance to keep all this quiet, I don't want to spoil that chance.
Hold on a minute, Jenna. Look, your being protected won't make any difference.
Lieutenant, it will, it will. My husband is a lawyer and he's very observant. And he's sure to know that something's going on. I just won't risk it.
You mean you'd rather risk your life?
Look, I'd be very careful. For the few days until you arrest the man. I won't go out alone, not even during the daytime. And in the evening, my husband will be with me.
Still pretty risky.
Lieutenant, I think that's for me to decide. And that's the way I want it. Hello, Jane. Any messages?
Yes, ma'am. And Mr. Shaw called about an hour ago.
Oh, what time do you say he'll be home?
He isn't coming home.
What do you mean?
He had to leave very suddenly for Chicago. He said to tell you he'll be back the first thing in the morning. And to remind you that you're supposed to have dinner at the Carters tomorrow night.
Thank you, Jane.
Shall I serve dinner at the usual time, ma'am?
Yes, the usual time.
Yes, ma'am. Will there be anything else, ma'am?
Oh, no, thank you, Jane. Unless... would it be terribly inconvenient for you to stay over tonight?
Oh, I couldn't, ma'am. My husband's expecting me, and you know how he is about me even working.
Oh, all right, of course. It's, not really important.
I'm sorry.
No, it really doesn't matter. Good night, Jane.
Good night, ma'am.
Police headquarters? May I speak to Lieutenant Wilde, please? Oh. Oh, well, do you know where I could reach him? See, no, nobody else could take care of it, thank you. Goodbye.
Well, I've been waiting for the chance to see you again. Alone. You've become a real problem to me. Practically an eyewitness.
Look, what good will it do if you do anything to me?
What good will it do? For a woman who's married to a lawyer, you're not very smart. Don't you know that a dead witness doesn't count?
Oh, no. Please.
So, you're gonna have to be a dead witness.
Don't move, Nelson, and don't try anything, because I'd just as soon settle this now as not. Take him down to the car, but use the garden. I don't want to attract any attention if I can help it. You all right, Mr. Shaw?
Yes, I guess so. Really, I'm not quite sure.
I knew he'd show up here. But you were so against having protection, I didn't bother to tell you. We had to be sure nothing happened to you.
I'm very grateful. Well, I suppose now I'll have to testify against him.
Oh, I don't think so. I imagine the gun's the same one he used to kill Carpenter. With that and a possible confession, I doubt very much whether we'll need your testimony.
Lieutenant, thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Hiya.
Is she all right?
She's fine.
Oh, I don't think I've ever spent a worse couple of hours in my life. You caught him?
We sure did. So you can go on home, forget all about it.
I'm supposed to be in Chicago, remember?
That's right. Oh, speaking of remembering, I think this belongs to your wife.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Lydia? Mm-hmm. I can't find my pearl studs.
Oh, they're in the top drawer.
Oh, I thought I looked in there. Hey, you better get a move on. We're going to be late.
Oh, all right. David?
Yes?
Did you put one of my earrings back in my box?
Yes, I did.
Where did you find it?
Oh? Outside the house?
Well, actually, I wasn't the one who found it.
What do you mean?
The milkman found it on the front steps.
When?
Oh, it must have been the morning after the Perry's party. Before you got back. I suppose you dropped it on the way out.
Oh.
Don't be so upset, darling. It's found. That's the important thing.
Yes, but I was so sure that I'd lost it somewhere else. Well, how can one be so sure and yet so wrong? David, if you knew what I've been through since I lost it.
Why didn't you tell me instead of worrying about it?
Well, I just couldn't. It seemed so careless, and besides, I kept hoping that I'd get it back. And, you know, you've always said that there's some things better left unsaid. And I kind of thought this might be one of them, temporarily. Well, don't you believe in that theory anymore?
I believe it completely. When two people love and trust each other, there's no need to put everything into words. Especially when they're late for a party.
Oh, good morning. Come in a minute, will you?
Morning, Miss Shaw. I found the notes you left in the bottle, asked me to stop back today.
I just wanted to thank you myself. And, wait a moment, will you? I wanted to give you this.
Well, what for?
To thank you for returning my earring the other day.
Oh, well, you must have me mixed up with someone else, ma'am. I didn't find any earring of yours.
But you must have.
I didn't, though. Sure wish I had.
Oh, please take this anyway.
Oh, well, thank you very much, ma'am, but I wouldn't want to take money for something I didn't do. Anything else?
No, there's nothing else. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, that's all right. Bye.
Bye. When two people love and trust each other, there's no need to put everything into words.
Thanks to Greer, Garson, and Edward Franz and the rest of our cast for their fine performances in our play, The Earring.
Next week, one of the all-time greats of the American screen, Myrna Loy, stars in the kind of romantic comedy we all remember her in and love her for, Lady of the House. In the meantime, remember.
From electricity comes progress. Progress in our daily living. Progress in our work. Progress in the defense of our nation. And at General Electric, progress is our most important product.
Until next week, then, good night for General Electric.